I'm Raven, and welcome back to Galactica. In this episode we're going to be finishing off the Hangar pods. We have 2 sandwiches to make, so let us waste no time and get to the lettuce. Okay, so I've got this nice thin black foam tape. This is the same stuff I used in my display cabinets and on Voyager. Step 1 is to get ourselves on here, which is easier said than done, but we will manage. We just want to make the edge of this follow the edge of the tape. Chop that down, and then very carefully chop it along here without cutting the LED tape is preferable. Then, with that done, we can take the backing off. Make sure we line these up, bring it down, and then push it right in there. There, that ain't going anywhere. It's nicely camouflaged, and once we get our bottom on, we'll be able to see all the way through without being able to see the LED tape themselves. Turning our attention to the bottom, we don't have much to do because the masking was pretty successful. But all I want to do before I put the decals on is scrape off some of this spray paint along the very edge where we're going to be gluing this hanger together. So the last thing we want is a weak bond. Alright, next step is to get ourselves some decals. We've got 5 and 6, the big ol' landing strips. So, our first task is simply to cut them out. Looks like they go pretty much all the way along. As ever, I'm going to be using a combination of microset and microsol to adhere my decals. So I'm going to do one at a time because these things are huge. Let's encourage water to come on top. There we go. Because of the sheer size of the decals, it's going to take a little bit of time for it to become slidable. Okay, it looks like we're just about there. So, in preparation, with our micro set, I've got myself a nice large flat brush because of how big this decal is. We want to go ahead and just slather a whole load of micro set all over where the decal is going to go. There we go. Get it all nice and on there, nice and beady. Oops, without throwing it across the desk. So, with... Now remember, we want to be careful not to tear the decal. Let's just get rid of that number 6 so we don't accidentally put that onto our model. So, carefully encourage just a bit off. I want to try and get this down in one. Okay, we're going to have to do some adjustment here. There we go. Bring it across. Get it right up to that edge. So I imagine this is a very tailor fit. I'm going to make sure that runway is pretty much on the middle. Just see how we're doing alignment wise. Looks pretty good on both ends. Then we're just going to brush right on top, make sure there's no crinkles or wrinkles. There we go. Now we'll let that dry. And we'll do the same again. Okay, the micro set is dried, which means now we can do the micro sol. Now we want to be careful with this because we've got very large decals, and this is extremely likely to just make them go all wrinkly and horrible. So we just want to give it a nice even coat, not too thick. I shouldn't need to hit this more than once. We're not looking to wrap it around anything complex. This is purely just to make it lie flat and look painted on. Now that the microsole has had a chance to do its work and set, we just need to find and deal with just any little tiny wrinkles. These only generally pop up when we're dealing with very large decals. We find an air bubble, pop a pin into it, and just dab the area with microsole. Let it settle, and the bump will disappear. Once our last little tweaks of the microsole have completely set, the final thing to do is hit this with a matte varnish, because this is the last time we're going to be able to access these internal spaces. I don't particularly feel like trying to spray a varnish can down through the pod. There we go, all varnished up. So what we need to do is take off the tape and we can bring the hanger pods together. Before I seal this up, there is one thing that I do wish to do, and that is apply our safety mask so that whilst we're working on the model and painting, we don't accidentally spray any paint into the hanger. This is a mask that will be on here for a while. It'll be removed at the end of the build. I'm just going to put in the tape, and then on each side just angle it so that we're not interfering with the glue. It doesn't need to be tidy or precise, it is purely there so that the inside of the hanger pod is protected. In fact, need to make sure I leave enough of an sticky out bit so that I have a tab to pull off. The time has come, making sure that our front ridges line up, because it's very important that these are the right way around. Let us go ahead, make sure our glue is flowing, which it is. I'm going to apply the glue to the top, since that has the gaps. I just want to get a nice gentle bead. I'm not going to worry too much about getting it out onto the little nibbly ridgy bits, but if the glue happens to get out onto a ridgy bit, I think that'll be a good thing. Okay. Bring it together. Line the ridges up. That looks pretty good to me. Now I'm going to take some masking tape. Oops, try that again. We're just going to clamp it together. I'm particularly keen to make sure that these end hanger pieces are down properly. So I'm going to get a thin band of masking tape right at the end. Just to really make sure those tips stay down. I don't want a repeat of the back of Voyager. We'll be careful when we remove these not to pull our safety mask away. And that, for the time being, is going to be it for the hanger pods. Next we'll go and do the engines, since they are the next sealed part. Though the next video may well start with a little bit of scrub-a-dub-dub, but I'll go into that one next time. Until then, I'm Raven, and that is all from Galactica.